Hey Joe, thanks for jumping on this call with me. Appreciate your time. Yeah,
Absolutely, Nathan. Good to connect.
for sure. Yeah, so we're just doing a quick interview here, talking about some of the results we were able to get and working together for like the past 6 to 8 months. So, why don't you introduce yourself and kind of tell everybody, who you are, what you do, and about your business.
All right, thanks for the platform here. My name's Joe Hughes. I own Contractor Dynamics. We started in 2013, been in business 11 years. We're a marketing, education, and consulting company. And our focus, our niche, our industry is the roofing industry. And we provide marketing, training programs, coaching programs for the roofing industry.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, just like a quick summary of what we've been able to achieve over the last 6 months. We basically set up a funnel and a webinar like virtual event system that was able to bring in like 1 to 3 clients per month and tack on like multiple six figures of revenue. And it's something you guys are still continuing to run this day. So how's that going for you? And like any other comments you want to add there?
Yes, that was it's an awesome piece of our business and we're still running it, still operating that system. We have a webinar next week. And one of the things that we were lacking was a systematic, predictable, consistent method for generating good quality sales appointments from an ideal prospect for us is someone that has consumed a decent amount of our content. So they've been on YouTube, they've been on our podcast, social media content. And, over the past decade, that's been great, but we didn't have like a mechanism to really sit them down and educate them and really get them bought into the process of marketing and ideally get them bought into us. So this webinar system, we've been running monthly webinars with Nathan's help and guidance, all the moving parts, which there are many, many, many moving parts that you're probably not thinking of if you haven't done it before. And yeah, we've been able to make it really profitable. We track all the data very tightly, and we've been able to bring on 1 to 3 clients a month. And client to us is pretty significant. So the results have been amazing, and more, that's been great. We can talk about these specific results. More importantly for us is that now we have this system built out in our business that we're continuing to run, and we are working on scaling it because it's working really well. So extremely excited about that, how that translates into our business in terms of predictable sales appointments and predictable revenue.
Excellent. Yeah, that's the dream, right? Like predictable appointments, predictable revenue, having a system you can rinse and repeat. That's where it's at.
That's where it's at, especially for this guy here who my legs are tired because I run on the hamster wheel and I've been doing that for a decade. And a lot of, I do a lot of social media content, all the things. And a lot of it's like this manual, very non-leveraged activity. And so the webinar enables me as the owner to get off the hamster wheel a little bit and create some more leverage, which is ultimately how we're able to grow beyond just the owner.
Epic. Cool. So yeah, my next question is how did you hear about me? Maybe you can tell everyone the story how we met really quick.
Sure thing. We met at an event in, man, the middle of nowhere in South Texas in where was that? San Angelo, somewhere in South Texas at an event. And yeah, just got to know one another. And we're value driven here at Contractor Dynamics, core values, and just really getting to know you personally, and our values aligned and our styles aligned, and we're able to geek out on marketing. So yeah, that was really cool. And I guess, fast forward about a year after that, 2 years after that, maybe we started working together.
Yeah, amazing. So on that note, what made you choose to work with me?
What made us choose to work with you, Nathan, is that you are, man, many things. I mean, you're very tuned in to the marketing world, and we're a marketing education company. That's what we do. However, like as a business owner, like I'm in the weeds a lot, right? So I'm not like studying as much as you are in terms of like, hey, like what's working today in terms of a webinar system or funnels or things like that, because I'm leading our team, coaching our team, we're working with our clients, and we needed that fresh kind of expert perspective on how to run these things. So yeah, that was what attracted us to you, is that you have this knowledge from like different industries. You're like, here's what's working, and you guys have like a great message. You guys have a great brand. You do a lot of good things, but you can also, try these um, just kind of techniques and strategies that we're just like kind of unaware of. So bringing that awareness to us, and then help with the execution, of course.
Yeah, 100%. And like that's a huge piece. Like a lot of people out there are making content regularly and they're good at nurturing their audience, but then when it comes to like growing it or making invitations for people to work with them, that can be a bit of a bottleneck. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to come in and like set up a system to basically convert those eyeballs that you've worked so hard to capture their attention into actual clients. So
Yes, and that was I guess something that we didn't expect. That's been a huge benefit because we've been in business so long. We have a great database. We've got a great brand recognition in our industry, and we were able to generate appointments and clients from strangers that we didn't know before these webinars. Also, we were able to go back and like reach back into our database and re-engage with past clients who have been clients in the past that we just kind of forgot about and they forgot about us, and also with just prospects who've been following us literally for years, and this gave them a reason to like a call to action basically to say, hey, this is how we can work together. And as much as we're a marketing company, we're not great at reminding people exactly what we do. And I'm not a sales guy, so I'm not putting calls to action in my content all the time. And so we were lacking that. So this was a great way to let people know what we do and how we can actually help them.
yeah, amazing. So I guess like rewind to, before we were working together, what were some of the biggest obstacles or struggles that you had prior to working with me?
Well, for the business owners out there, the entrepreneurs out there, I'll just paint a picture of one that we can all relate to. That I think of first, Nathan, which is laying in bed on a Sunday night, trying to go to sleep, and being stressed out because we don't have enough like sales appointments and prospective client deals coming through for the week. And I'm hyper focused on that as the owner, taking responsibility for that. Right. So again, that's the hamster wheel. A lot of that stress falls on me as an owner and spills out into other areas of my life. And I didn't want that anymore. So we needed,
Hmm.
again, a system. We needed some leverage. So I think a lot of entrepreneurs can relate to that. So that has been transformative in terms of we have that machine. And I was hosting those webinars to begin with, and now I'm completely out of it. We've been able to have a couple of our leaders on our team run the whole webinar system right now. So we built out the system kind of around me, and now I'm out of it. So we have this machine that is, running whether I'm working on it or whether I'm hanging out in Costa Rica or whatever it might be. So that's pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. You even took it a step further and like leveraged your time more by, subbing out yourself for like trusted team members who know the material really well and know your clients really well. So yeah, being able to kind of like remove yourself from it. And then we even made like SOPs that your whole team can follow. So that there's like no questions about like, how do I set this up or how do I do this? It's all well documented. So that's huge. You've essentially, yeah, created a money printing machine at this point.
There you go. Yeah, and two things on that. Number one, we're hiring an admin assistant, I guess you could say a full-time admin for our company. And one of the things a person is going to be doing is running our in-person events and also like our virtual events as webinars. And so like our detailed SOP doc is built in such a way that that person can come in day one and pretty much execute the webinar besides hosting it, but all the front end, the back end, behind the scenes, the tech, all that stuff, she'll be able to come in and just crush that, which is awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
And and I had a second point I was going to say on that, but I forget. Oh, yeah, and one of the things that you told us, Nathan, that was like really eye-opening and very like impactful is that we don't have to change the webinar. Like we can keep running the same webinar until the data shows us that it's not working. So we've been running literally the same exact webinar for 6 months.
Wow.
And the data still supports that people are signing up, people are showing up, people are scheduling appointments, people are turning into clients, and we're just going to keep running with it until it basically fatigues. And that's pretty cool because we're able to not reinvent the wheel every month. We're able to make tweaks and adjustments, improvements every month, and that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. And like by the time it does start to fatigue, I mean, you have so much content and so much knowledge of what you do that you can take the same framework that we built and just, plug in on the training portion, just a different training, different topic. And then the CTAs, the intro, all of that stuff stays pretty much the same. So it's a very flexible, scalable type of situation with a lot of miles to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can either do that or the next thing I'll do once it fatigues, we'll just change the title and keep the keep the thing the same. We'll just
Yep.
reskin it with a new subject line, title, some new promo graphics, and test it out because it's the content that people need.
100%. So yeah, jumping back, like we mentioned some of the results, getting clients, being able to grow revenue. In your own words, like what would you say were the biggest results and like biggest impact that working with me had on your business?
Systematizing marketing, that's what comes to mind first, Nathan. And like I said, it's been my hamster wheel activity for a decade, and being able to systematize this means that we have that predictable revenue. We have appointments and clients coming in that are not reliant on me producing them as the owner. So that's leverage, and that's a game changer. So that machine, like you said, is huge.
Mm, epic. And my last question for you is what advice would you give anyone who's interested in working with me or on the fence about working with me?
If you're on the fence, just jump over the fence, commit to Nathan. He's going to take care of you. Nathan will go above and beyond to do whatever he needs to do to help you win. He cares. He cares. He's not one of these guys that's working with 100 clients that doesn't have time for you. We've had calls on the weekends and things like that. He probably doesn't want me to say that because he doesn't want that expectation out there. But bottom line is he's willing to do what it takes. And I would say, like, considering Nathan or someone else, for entrepreneurs out there, get extremely clear on what your gap is and what you're looking to solve for, because a lot of times we as businesses, we're like, I don't know, I want that, I want that paradise that Joe's talking about, I want that machine. But like, get really clear on like what kind of funnel or marketing is going to work for your business, because there's a whole bunch of types of funnels out there that work really well at generating a whole bunch of leads and appointments and sales. And we don't want those because our we have a very specific business and we have a very specific ideal prospective client avatar. Like I said, someone that is consuming an hour of our content before they even try to schedule an appointment. So get clear on your business, what your gap is, what you're looking to solve for. And that's going to help Nathan be able to prescribe a course of action that's actually going to help you get to your goals. The more specific you can be, the better.
Mm. Yeah, that's great advice, Joe. I appreciate that. And yeah, I just want to thank you for your time. It's been a great interview. Glad we could, speak to some of the results and kind of recap on how everything went these last 6 months or so. And yeah, really appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you continue to crush it in the years to come.
Absolutely. Likewise, my man. Talk soon. Thank you so much, Nathan.
Yeah, thank you.